I love Jesus, but I don't go to church. It's so interesting because I was so desperate to find like believers. Okay, so let me backtrack. I came to Christ in 2021 after being raised somewhat Catholic, but just not religious at all, really. So, but I really had a really powerful awakening to the truth of Jesus in 2021 November, and so after that, I was obviously really desperate to find believers that had like a zest, not a zest, but well, it's not zest, zeal zeal that had a zeal to for the Lord. And so I church hopped a little bit. And so I went to a couple Pentecostal churches. I went to the Church of Christ. But what I found was that unless you went to their church, these people didn't really want to hang out with. And okay, I don't want to say it like that. I just feel like churchianity. You know what I mean? After reading the book Pagan Christianity, that really changed my whole viewpoint on the traditional conventional church model and how it's a presentation while everyone's just kind of like in the pews just watching the show pretty much. Back in the days, in the days of the disciples, they went house to house and everyone participated. Everyone shared a word. If they received some revelation from the Lord throughout the week, they would share it to edify and everyone would just worship together, break bread, and do life together. I would imagine, especially in the mega churches, like there's no way you can know those people. And there's no way sometimes to even talk to the pastor. Like they're celebrities, they go in through the back, leave through the back. And I just don't think that's at all how Jesus would want things to go. I actually talked to a pastor one time. They were really cool. It was a really small church. It was only like 3 people. But I mean, that kind of made us be closer just because it's like we were similar beliefs, right? But they're very in the churchianity model. And so I explained to him the house church. And I feel like I kind of offended him a little bit just because he was like, oh, so you guys interrupted the pastor, don't let him speak or something like that. And I was just like, no, it's just everybody participates. That's all I'm trying to say. And I understand that's kind of threatening to the pastor if that's like, if you love having that title, yeah, it could be a definitely disruptive thought. And of course, being a pastor is biblical, shepherding the flock and everything, but I just feel like it's kind of gotten kind of further than what the word says. I don't think it's just up to one person to kind of look out for everyone. I feel like everyone should look out for each other in their respective gifts, right? There's no hierarchy in the kingdom. Okay, everyone, like, Jesus is the head and we're all the body parts and stuff like that. Everyone needs everyone. That's just my viewpoint, my experience why I don't go to a traditional church. I do fellowship weekly. I have a really great group of women that we go out. Well, we start off by reading the Bible and studying, and then we go out to pray for people out in the harvest field and push the word of God. And it's been just so fulfilling. And you know, it's so interesting that I met I met this group of ladies in a business networking event, right? So it's funny how I actually met spirit-filled believers just out in the world rather than in the churches because I went to a lot and I just never felt like I just never felt a connection there. I felt kind of not uncomfortable, but just like I didn't want to go back, right? So that's just ironic, but that's pretty much it. That's the reason why I don't think I'll ever be. I honestly don't think I'll ever be part of a member of a church at all. I love the intimate fellowship that we have and doing house church. And when they grow, when the house church grows so much, divided up into houses, just like the disciples did. Thanks so much for watching, y'all, and God bless.